All right, boys, we got another football reaction in the middle of a snowstorm. It's snowing like crazy. If you see the other side of my camera, there is like a foot of snow. We're living peak life today. Like we're just chilling. We got a fire going. Um, we got a snowstorm. We're watching Premier League all morning. It's been crazy. So Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2, and the thoughts about this game. This is literally coming from me who was kind of gassing up Arsenal a lot. And, I said in the stream, though, I did have a sense that they had a loss coming soon. Arsenal this season has been losing about once a month. This was a huge game. This is one of those trap games, though, because United, they're expected to beat United. United have been on and off, been playing well recently. So they're really going into this game with high form, but just kind of on and off, inconsistent over the seasons. At the Emirates as well. Guys, United today got their first win at the Emirates, they said, in 8 years. 8 years, man. Look, people are really quick to jump the gun on Arsenal for this loss. I've been seeing people going on Twitter saying you bottled it. They're never going to win a trophy. Look, let's take the bias out of here, right? United are playing stunning football. I mean, we're going to talk about the goals today. Some of those goals they scored, wow. Arsenal remain, to me, one of the most effective teams. I know they lost. I don't, it's not an ideal loss for them. A draw probably would have been definitely more beneficial for how the game went. But Arsenal is just a tough team to beat, man, because like today, they didn't really play well. I mean, in a lot of games, I don't really feel like they play well, but they end up getting results because they're the best corner team I've ever seen in my life. And then not only do they get you one set piece goal a game, they get you another one of these goals a game. I mean, you look at the first goal they scored, where it goes off Lucho Martinez, Lisandro Martinez. It goes off him early, like on some jam kind of cross ricochet. They also get you one of those goals a game. So not to mention, they're kind of getting two of those every game. They do have one of the best defenses in the world, if not the best, which conceded 3 today, but we'll talk about it. And then they'll actually go and get you one other goal, right? So they're getting they're tough to beat because that's kind of how they do it. They get 2 or 3 goals. Everyone gets mad, but they're one of the most effective teams in football. And today, they just got outdone. They just got outdone. They really played really poor today. Still got 2 goals, 1 corner, which we'll talk about it. But man, all the credit goes to United. I think Carrick needs to be just full-time manager. I mean, they could have beat City by 5 goals. They were playing prime liquid tiki-taka. And then today, the boys for United are going out there just with a certain level of freedom. And they look good. Like they just to see United back in that 4-back system, man. It's just so refreshing, especially with the players they have in this team. And I gotta say, as amazing as Arsenal are defensively, man, questions have to be asked about that attack. I mean, we're not even talking about one specific player. Like the overall quality that I was seeing in the link-up play and the technique today was clear, man, from United. Like Arsenal's got to figure that part out. They need to get more consistency out of players like Odegaard. I want to see him be good. I want to see him be playing well every game. And even for me, I know Saka ends up with a really good match rating today, but Luke Shaw, man, was, hanging in there with him and making him annoyed and shoving him around a little bit. And, Saka was getting mad. He wasn't getting all these calls. Like, that for me was a little, I don't know. So, look, United, let's break down the game here, right? I don't think United had over 1 XG. They didn't. 0.73. And that's what I mean, bro. They get you 3 goals today. We start off the first goal with Arsenal, a bit of fortune. And Mbeumo wins the ball. Arsenal out the back. Oh my God, what were they doing? What were they doing? You're up 1-0. You take your foot off the gas. You get all this early momentum. You score that goal. You start chilling out. The game becomes more even. You make a mistake like that. You make a mistake. I was watching Champions League highlights also with my best friend like 2 nights ago. I forget what team we were watching that was trying to play out the back in full press. It was even worse than this goal today. They were trying to TikTok in the box. And there's times for it. And this was not one of those times. It was a big mistake on a pretty simple pass back to Raya. And Mbeumo just does really well there. And guys, the finish wasn't easy. And that's the thing with Arsenal, man. Like, they closed down, even in that scenario where, Mbeumo and a couple of the guys have like a 2v1, 3v2. And Mbeumo still does quite a bit to score that goal. So, very nice goal from him. We go into the situation with Dorgu. Wow. Wow, man. What a strike. Dorgu has I think 3 goals, 2 assists in the last 7. He's turning out to be he's got some real potential going forward. I mean, he's already kind of filling into that potential, but I like what I see most of the time when I watch Dorgu play. He had a ball that he placed to Sesko before I think Amorim got sacked, or maybe it was just after. That was beautiful, man. Like the ball was so perfect. It was wow. So Dorgu has been really impressive on my list of players that I'm putting more stock into, because I'm starting to see more consistent performances from these players over the games, and Dorgu has got to be one of them, man. Dorgu has been really, really showing out. So I've been liking what I see from him. Then you get two situations with Arsenal. The first is that you get a shot that's not going in. It doesn't seem like, or is saved, but hits Maguire in the hand. So nothing comes out of that. And then we end up getting the prime Arsenal corner. Guys, we get the prime Arsenal corner where Arsenal does their magic. I tell you, bro, I don't know how these teams who play Arsenal don't concede 2 or 3 goals. I'm watching these corners. It's so funny to me, too. You don't see many teams in the world like Trossard and all these guys winning corners, Saka. They get so hyped every time they win a corner because they know they're crazy at corners. And just watching the corners, I mean, like, it's the keeper's pinned in. The defenders are fighting for their lives. Even the one at the end of the game, Cunha, like, tries to bait a foul just so they can get out, because it's just, wow. Every team should be studying what Arsenal is doing on the corner kicks in the execution this year, because they've added a whole level to making them so much more efficient and hard to beat over a season because of the efficiency of them getting a goal off a set piece pretty much almost every game. So, sorry. It's so dry out. It's like 10 degrees. The inevitability of Arsenal, man, just getting that corner. And then, man, wow. Cunha comes in off the bench. And that was, wow. Guys, that was a rocket of a shot. I mean, for me, I really respect Raya. So the shots that Dorgu had, I mean, we're talking bar down, half volley. Cunha, we're talking like crazy dip finesse right off the bench. I mean, you call it instant impact. Guys, Cunha's a baller, and United have added so much depth to their team with these signings. I'm telling you, like, now they're bringing in Sesko and Cunha. Come on, bro. So, look, let's give my man of the match, though, in this game is to Lamens, the United goalkeeper. Many saves that people aren't appreciating. He did so well today. This position at Manchester United, really since De Gea left, has been just a nightmare. All right? He did phenomenal today. I mean, Saka put in a shot that was really sneaky near post. I thought there was multiple corners, multiple set pieces. He really came out and punched it out, or at least demanded, the presence of the team. And like he was for me a leader today. He made many, many saves. There was another save early on in the game with an Arsenal header off another set piece. It wasn't a corner, but Declan Rice was just serving in the best balls in the world right now, man. I mean, I'm like, just every time, bro, I'm just laughing because I'm like, we know Declan's going to put on a platter. So, phenomenal, guys. Phenomenal game from United. I think they need to sign Carrick. I wouldn't bother going and getting another manager. The players look like they clearly are understanding his instructions. They look happier. The tactics look good. Look, it could be a honeymoon phase, but at this point with United, you need to gamble on that, bro, because they're playing insane. They've just beat the top 2 teams in the Premier League. They freaking bent Man City over. They could have beat them 5-0. Today, guys, honestly, this is as good of a result you're going to get against Arsenal. You game plan the game well. You let Arsenal have some control, not too much. You limit them to 1 goal off set pieces, okay? And then you hit the best defensive team in the world with 3 goals. So, I mean, I've seen enough. Carrick needs to be full-time manager. Just give him the rest of the season. We got a situation now where Manchester United are in 4th place, guys. Wow, 4th place in the top 4 with 38 points. They've won 2 games in a row. They've got Fulham up next, which you would think, it's going to be a tough one, but should be a little easier than Arsenal if they game plan the right way. Arsenal will see Leeds, who I just think Leeds are just always a team that can kind of sneak a result, but I expect them to bounce back. Guys, Arsenal, though, let's be real. The gap now is 4 points, okay? It's 4 points. And Arsenal, listen to this. City have only won 1 out of the last 5 games. And Arsenal have won 2 out of the last 5. It's really disappointing for me if you're an Arsenal fan, because you've been given like the golden chance to alleviate and take pressure away, and you've done the absolute opposite of that. All right? You've drawn 2 in the last 3 and you lost 1. You've taken 2 points out of 9 available, where you had a chance with how City have been playing in the last 5 that you probably could have given yourself a nice 10 to 15 point gap. And, it's giving other teams belief now. We've got 15 games left in the Premier League. United are 12 points out of first. But look, realistically, Villa's only 4. City's 4. I mean, City would be the more likely one, right, to compete. And I believe Arsenal still has to play City in mid-February. I think if we look at the schedule, well, Arsenal's got to play Spurs. They will be playing Chelsea, and they'll be playing City in April. So, look, they've still got Newcastle. Do we have another Villa on the schedule anywhere? Not that I see. So, look, people will overreact. People are going to say Arsenal bottled the league. Arsenal's not winning a trophy. Guys, I'm standing on business with Arsenal. The team is too effective to not win a trophy this season. I'm not saying it's got to be the Premier League. But really disappointing from Arsenal. And on the other side of it, just brilliant from United. Like, I'm not even going to take away from United. They were absolutely brilliant. The fans deserve to be happy. I feel good for United fans because, like, it's just been so much crap going on between the managers, the goalkeepers, the memes, and now there's this talk, right, where Bruno, I've been reading into this a little bit, right? So apparently Palmer is not happy. He misses, his whole family's in Manchester. Obviously, he was playing it for City before he went to Chelsea. He's been a legend at City, but, like, I don't know. I've been watching Palmer the last couple of games with Chelsea. I'm kind of like, yeah, he doesn't look as happy as he used to be. Now we've got these rumors that, yeah, maybe talks are on with United. And, like, guys, I could be real because of that family situation going on. Maybe I'm crazy and believe in that story, but I think they're going to end up selling Bruno at the end of the season. So, look, you're talking about a direct replacement. You're going to have to pay him massive wages, bro. He's not going to be cheap, but, bro, it's Cole Palmer, man. It's Cole Palmer. This team is starting to look crazy. I'll be honest, guys. You look at the dynamic of, like, I obviously really do rate Jesus. I really rate Saka. I think Odegaard, when he's on his day, is great. I love Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice is phenomenal. Eze Madueke, they're ballers. Gyökeres, he's a goal scorer. But, guys, some of the techers, the technique that, like, Mbeumo, Dorgu, especially Cunha, like, if they could get Cunha scoring consistently, bro, these guys move different. When Diallo's playing well, they're moving really good. So you bring in Palmer into that team, like, the future is looking bright for United, and I'm not overreacting based on this game today. You just took it to the best 2 teams in the league. Like, can you guys imagine that? You're having such a dumpster fire the last 2 seasons with 3 seasons, 4 seasons with memes, managers. You within like 2 weeks of firing your manager, have got your team playing football like this. All right? Wow. Guys, I can't blame Arteta for the way that they go out and they've been playing. Look, it's working. They're getting results. Arsenal still is in the lead pretty much with every single thing. So the people getting overreactionary are a bit delusional with that today. But all credit to Manchester United. The future is really bright for United. I'm telling you, man, because this is a couple games now, like 2 or 3, that I've been really impressed with the way they're playing. You could just see it in the players. Like, we're watching passing triangles again. I'm like, okay, this isn't just a bit of jam. So, look, today's result, it's as good as it's going to be against Arsenal. No team is going to destroy Arsenal in the modern Arsenal. The most you're going to beat Arsenal by is 1 goal. They're too effective. But, yeah, Arsenal, man, they really got to build some form. Who do they have upcoming on the schedule? Champions League, they got an easy match. Then they got Leeds. They got Chelsea in the EFL Cup. So they want to ideally build some form going into that game. Chelsea's never an easy game for anybody. And then United up next. We had Fulham, which is not going to be an easy one. Spurs. Wow. United Spurs always delivers. So that's going to be a big game. Then they'll see West Ham, Everton, Palace. So not the easiest slate of games for United. I think as far as United fans go, I don't think United fans look at any game on the schedule as an easy game. It's just another game for United. And what type of United are we going to see today? If you're a United fan, you should have the belief that you could beat anybody. You guys could beat anybody, but you got to turn up and show up like today. The haters will say that the goals are just, randomly stupid, overpowered screamers, right? I say United's got some class in his team, and they could expect to see a lot more of that. And I think the team and the whole squad's looking happy and organized. And I just like what I'm seeing personally. So congratulations. It was an amazing match today. It did live up to the hype. And we'll see you guys for another video soon. We'll probably have another box break or a reaction video tomorrow or the day after. We got a snowstorm. I'm clocking out. Have a good one, guys. Peace.